Hey YouTube, it's Xavier, aka Layback, aka HeyXay, and I'm here today, this morning, to talk about this quote I read. And I want to talk a little about this because I see there's this habit amongst people in all communities, and I'm going to, of course, say in the trans community specifically because again, that's my target audience. There's this habit to accept the role of a victim, to accept the narrative of being a victim rather than being a survivor or being someone coming from a different place and just describing the situation. I think it's important how we tell our stories to ourselves and to others, because the way you tell your story says how you view yourself. The way you tell your story says the mentality you have, your spiritual standpoint, and so on. And also, the way you tell your story sets the tone for the rest of this book, so to speak, that you are writing as you live your life. And if you're constantly writing your story from the position of being a victim, of being helpless, of the world putting its weight on you and having its way with you, that's the way you're going to live your life. And the way you think, the way you feel, the things you tell yourself, the things you speak, the way you perpetuate the systems that are against you, you perpetuate, you continue that, you allow it to grow and have a place in you when you don't necessarily have to allow that. Yes, it's true that as trans people we have far less rights than most people. We have, a lot of different circumstances in comparison to other people, but you can go about your life in one of two ways, and that's allowing the world to have its way with you, or to have your way with the world. And I just think it's important that we pay attention to the things that we say and how we say it and why we say it and the place it's coming from as we speak it. Because I believe that, because I know that there may forever be someone who doesn't like you, who is against you, who's rallying for the death of your cause. And when you, as James Baldwin says, begin to no longer speak of a situation as a victim, you become a threat to that. You become a threat to those who try and crush you and try and belittle you. You become a threat to people when you do that. And of course, they don't like that. They don't like the victim becoming stronger and standing above that situation. And I think it's important that we not adopt that mentality, that we not take on that energy, because like I said, there will forever be people who are against you, but it's not necessary that you pick up on that energy and then you attach it to yourself. You can't allow those things to hurt you. You can't allow them to enrage you, to move you in a way that you put yourself in a position that you don't want to be in. Like they say, you can't argue with a fool, because then you become a fool as well. If you go to that place, that level, that place that person is in, you become one with that in essence. So it's important to stay compassionate, to focus more on empowering yourself and empowering others. And eventually what these people have to say negatively won't matter, or it won't affect you in a way that it makes you a victim of what they are saying. It makes you a leader. And we just need to open up our hearts and see who we are. You are beyond that. You are much bigger than that. There might be situations in which you feel like the world is putting its whole weight on you. The world has its back on you. But there was also another quote that I actually just reposted on Instagram that says, "I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions." And one of your decisions is if you can either accept what people are giving you, accept these narratives of the broken, battered, helpless transgender person, or you can accept a different story for yourself. Tell your story the way you want it to be told. Because that's another thing I actually wanted to mention, was that people see me and they see my progression, or they see the way I speak and the way I am, but my girlfriend sees a completely different person, and that's because it's a process. It's a process to get from here to here, but it's steps, and you have to continuously be moving forward towards that. But in order to move towards from here, you have to look there first, and you have to tell yourself that you can get there. You have to tell yourself this story. And one of the things I did in order to turn around from the video I made, born in the wrong body, from being born in the wrong body to making the video invisible, where at first I feel little, I feel just wrong and bad and just all these negative feelings in so many ways, to where I feel strong in who I am, and I'm letting other people know I'm not accepting that. You know, what had to happen first was telling myself, okay, I don't want to accept this story anymore of being born in the wrong body, of being depressed and sad and lonely, of being isolated. I started to accept a completely different reality when I began to tell myself that that reality could come true. You know, you first, what they say, there can be miracles, but you have to first believe. And because before any task is completed, you first have to become that person who is going to complete that task. You know, you have to move in the steps of that person. Like people say all the time, you know, God, guide me, show me how to follow in your footsteps. And it's because, okay, we might not ever actually become God, but in order to become God-like, in order to get to that status and that position, to that type of energy, that vibration, you have to attach yourself to that image and move into that space. You have to make that place in order to get there. So you have to allow yourself to feel like and be who it is that you know you truly are. So that's all I wanted to say, YouTube. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'll talk to you all later. Peace. Oh yeah, you guys, I'm going to be posting another video soon, and I think you will like it. This is for the trans guys out here who might be in need of clothes. I have a lot to give away, so I will be posting a video soon speaking more about this and also showing the items that I will be giving away. So definitely keep your eyes open for it. Today is Tuesday. I actually hope to have that video up by tomorrow. So if it's not up tonight, look for it tomorrow, Wednesday, 8 a.m. Okay? So I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.